Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is look on the bright side. Thoughts become things, but first they make ruts in our brains. Repeated thoughts create neural pathways, so it's possible for your mind to get stuck in a rut of negative thinking. To shift one's perspective initially takes effort. It's like exercising a muscle, but after a while it becomes a habit. We view the world through our mental image pictures so that things can look rosy or glum depending on our slides. That's not to say be merry as a Mormon if you're in a toxic relationship. Viewing things with clarity without judgment, viewing things as they are, you can make better decisions on what to do. Our brains are constantly recording everything, not just visually, but audially as well. Think of how we're bombarded with noise and random conversations in the world around us. We've learned to block this out, but images and conversations can play back to us on an unconscious level. If you don't want to be programmed by commercials, turn the sound down on the TV and look away during the times that they're on. As sentient beings, we're always looking to grow and expand. We're naturally going towards the light, although sometimes it seems like the way out of darkness is to dive through it. Even if things seem like they're getting worse, they're in the process of getting better. Breakdown always means there's breakthrough in store. We don't need to keep the random impressions that we've taken during the day. A simple way of clearing your inner cache of pictures is to imagine creating and deleting roses or rose-colored bubbles. Imagine a rose, make it disappear. Imagine another rose, make it disappear. Now imagine a string of roses like blowing bubbles, and make each one pop or disappear. Don't worry that you'll delete something that's important. You've stored the truth it contains elsewhere in your energy field. But blowing roses is a great way to fall asleep at night. It helps you wake refreshed and clarifies your dreams as well. The clearer your thoughts, the cleaner your manifestations. Try this for a week and see what happens. And let me know in the comments below when you do, because I love to read your comments. So the thing that stood out for me about this was breakdown always means that there's breakthrough in store. And even when things seem like they're getting worse, they're in the process of getting better. So I'm recording this in early January of 2025, and we're about to re-elect somebody who was illegally elected in the first place back in 2016, and somebody who is a convicted felon who also stole classified documents, who's beholden to Russia, who is not our friend at this moment. And it's just bizarro world. And we've already gone through bizarro world, and here we are stepping into bizarro world again. And it makes me wonder, breakdown always means there's breakthrough in store. Well, they're stepping in and declaring that they're going to be breaking down our democracy. And it can be really frightening to some people. I mean, there are people who depend on their Social Security. There are people who depend on their social services. There are people who depend on their medications. This administration is only interested in making themselves wealthier, basically destroying the foundation of everything that makes this country unique. And I'm speaking purely from an American perspective. But there's many, many countries around the world now who are democracies in their own right and are being threatened by far-right political factions. It's a really curious thing because from my perspective, working in the field of consciousness for the last 45 years and seeing that we're all going through this evolution of consciousness, I'm really surprised that something that is so archaic and representative of the old paradigm of doing things, the dominance power over, which is going away as we step into this new reality. So why does it seem so prevalent? And the only thing I can think of is that it is what really is breaking down and going away. It is looking prevalent because greater light is coming into the world and shining greater light on these kind of things that don't work. And it also occurs to me that the side that is for supporting people and the party that is on the side of making things better for people is in itself stuck in old patterns of trying to be fair and balanced with things that aren't fair and balanced. So it's going to be exercising and building some muscles that haven't been used before. And then when I can step it out of those particular details and look at it as greater consciousness, one of the things I see is all of us as individuals are getting in touch with our own internal power, our own internal value and worth, who we really are as consciousness. Perhaps this is an opportunity for all of us to stand in our own internal power and not allow someone or something to dominate. Because when you stand up to a bully, they go away. They don't like to be stood up to. It deflates them because bullies actually are really weak. It's a very weak position to be dominant over somebody else. It means your energy is outside your space and not really in your own internal power. So those are lots of thoughts for today. And Now that I'm publishing weekly, this could come out after the inauguration. So just fasten your seatbelts, see what's coming up, and navigate forward in integrity with yourself as consciousness, and the world will reorganize in your favor. And if you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends and on your social media. And please click the like button or the heart button and subscribe or follow. And that way you're telling the algorithm to share this far and wide and get this out to someone who really needs to see this information. And if you want a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the Skybox technique. It'll give you an expanded perspective not only of your life, but everything that's going on in the world today as well. And if you want some manifestation techniques, click on the link below to my self-study course, Manifesting Money and Miracles. It'll give you simple but profound techniques to completely transform your external reality. And if you'd like to have a session with me, click on the link below to book a session. I take a look at the essence of who you are and what's going on in your life today, and then I can answer any questions that you might have. And it's all recorded just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, that is navigate your life as consciousness with the help of some of my consciousness techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a great preparation for my coaching special where I work with you one-on-one and give you specifically chosen consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. And you can find out more at my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you next week in another Morning Musings.